By 1303, Moscow controlled land that encompassed the entire flow of the Moskva River. Its ambitions didn't end there. Moscow continued to expand its borders through its wealth rather than warfare. Its tactic was to buy land from bankrupt rulers, acquiring entire towns and villages in the process. As Moscow was still a vassal of the mighty Mongol Empire, it had to send envoys to pay them tribute. And Moscow's ever-expanding borders meant more and more revenue for the Mongols. But not everyone was content with the rise of Moscow. As Moscow grew in power and influence, its Grand Prince, Dmitry Ivanovich, reinforced its vulnerable defenses. Its wooden fortress, the Kremlin, was rebuilt. This time, in stone. But even stone walls didn't deter its enemies. By 1368, Lithuania saw rapidly expanding Moscow as a real threat. Joining forces with the Principality of Tver, they set out to challenge its dominance. They attacked Moscow. But the stone walls held, and the enemy retreated. Tension between the factions refused to die down. In 1370, Moscow marched on territories belonging to both Tver and Lithuania, igniting a full-blown war. Years of bloody conflict ensued, until Moscow's Grand Prince Dmitry Ivanovich finally defeated both enemies. Yet Moscow was still a vassal of the Mongol Empire, which still demanded tribute. Moscow must keep up the payments or face retribution. Trade routes between Rus settlements supported a vibrant economy, which in turn allowed Moscow to pay forward tribute to the Golden Horde. If Moscow was to avoid a Mongol attack, Dmitry would have to meet the Horde's tribute demands before the Khan's patience expired. Moscow's primary means of raising the taxes demanded by the Horde was through trade with nearby Rus towns. But Prince Dmitry would have to keep his traders safe from raids by opportunistic bandits that stalked the countryside. Trade routes brought wealth, but safe passage was not a given with bandits stalking the roads. As Moscow grew in riches, the Khan continued to demand taxes. If Dmitry did not pay, he would face the swift vengeance of the Horde. As Prince Dmitry sought to increase Moscow's power, he turned from trading with his neighbors to purchasing their lands outright. If he owned the surrounding lands, Moscow would be the dominant center of Rus power, and Dmitry would be secure as Grand Prince. The Khan once again demanded taxes from the growing Rus provinces. But this time, the price to keep the horde at bay was higher than ever before.
Следую наказам.
Воины, на брань готовляйтесь! Истечем! Соглашаемся! Глядите!
Брань будет.
Радуйся!
Приготовляйтесь, латницы!
Возродать! Москва! Сделай!
Слуг жаловайтесь нельзя.
Накаль, соглашаемся. Ладно, есть. Напрячь. На дубном путь идти.
When Dmitri's men located Vladimir, they opened another revenue stream for the Grand Prince.
Зачем?
Брань будет.
Возродай. Ладно, есть. Какови наказе суть? Скачу, куда велено есть. Наказом следую. Скачу, куда велено есть. Повинуюся. Без сомнения. Двигаюсь. По скору. Направляюсь. Наказом следую. Сделаю.
Готовы
Ворог,
будете?
блин, стоит! Все ворог!
Кто стреляет? Ладно, уразумев.
Ворог, блин! Нападают! Направляюсь!
Исправляйтесь!
Тебя есть! Ворог приидет!
Готовы будете, латницы? Латницы готовятся!
Воины, на брань готовляйтесь! Воины, готовляйтесь!
Приготовляйтесь! Воины, восстанете! Воины, восстанете! А как? Яко угодно есть. Идти надо по... Готовы будете, латницы. Латницы напряжь. Слушайте все. Следуй наказам. Напряжь поскору. Слушаюсь.
Воины, исправляйтесь!
Готов наказ есть!
Слушай наказ, но. Напряжь поскору. Сделано будет. Готовитесь, латницы! Слушайся! Сделано будет! И я угодно ей! Следую наказу. Напряжь бойни. Яко угодно есть. Сделано будет. Яко угодно есть. Напряжь бойни. Сделано будет. Готов напряжь поскору.
Дело сделано! Воины, сейчас!
Dmitry purchased the lands of Troitsky and extended Moscow's power. Moscow's power over the region was now secure. Moscow's power grew as it absorbed the lands around Kolunma. Moscow's power over the region was now secure. The Rus of Kolin now recognized Dmitry as their Grand Prince. Moscow's power over the region was now secure. With an exchange of gold, Dmitry secured the loyalty of the rulers of Kerisler. Moscow's power over the region was now secure. With the surrounding principalities under Dmitry's sway, Moscow was now the preeminent power among the Rus. The time was coming to throw off the Mongol yoke.